guys, welcome back. In today's video I decided to do this beautiful recreation look that Pat McGrath did on Kim Kardashian. She has, I guess, her new collection coming out and she used Kim as her model. As soon as I saw it on TV, I said that is a look that's right up my alley. I loved that look that she created on her and I wanted to recreate it. And I obviously don't have her stuff. I don't even think it's out yet, but I wanted to show you guys that you can create any look that you see on TV, in pictures, right from any makeup that you already have or stuff that you could just buy, inexpensive things. And you know, it's funny because this look reminds me a lot of, like, you know, of very similar looks that I used to wear all the time back in the days when, like, the smoky eye was so popular. You know, everyone thought that smoky eye was all about black shadow or gray shadows, and I used to wear that look all the time, just really dark shadow, you know, really smoky eyes. I always loved deep dark eyes with a very nude lip. That's always been a look that I've always you know, did on myself. And as soon as I saw this look, I said yes, I have to recreate it. I loved it so much. This time around I think she did a more of a wet look, which is what I really loved, because I want to talk to you guys about the stuff that I use that you can create with your stuff that you already own. You don't have to go out and buy really expensive makeup to recreate this look. And this is basically what the look looks like. I will put up a picture of the look. Started looking through my drawers to see what stuff that I already have, because it's very basic. They're very dark grays, shimmeries, and a trick that I used to always do whenever I wanted that wet glossy eye is you use gloss, lip gloss. You can throw on the lip gloss right on your eyelids and create the same look. And I want to talk to you guys about the items that I used. I used, like, as my base, I used my NARS Black Valley eye paint, and it's just basically gel liner. You could use it as a primer. The only things that I ended up buying were these Revlon Photo Ready Eye Art, which I love. I have been wearing these a lot lately, and I went out and bought the dark colors because the dark colors looked very similar to what she had in the picture. And you're gonna see in the tutorial that I went ahead and used these. The only thing is that the metallic part, which is this side, not the glitter, they dry really fast. So as soon as you place that color on your eyelid, you have to work really fast and distribute it where you want it, because they do dry fast. I used a gloss that I already own. This is a NARS lip gloss. You could use any lip gloss, any real tacky lip gloss works great. You can throw some shimmer in it. This one I just happened to have and it was perfect. It's called Silver Factory from NARS. This is just like their little travel size lip gloss, but like I said, you could pick up any real good tacky gloss. Like I know NARS makes one called Triple X, which is very glossy and tacky, and you could use that classic MAC lip gloss, from MAC, or just any nice tacky gloss to throw on the eyes. Now I do want to say that this is a look that's very, you know, avant-garde runway. It's not really a look that expect to wear it all night long and it continue to look just as good as it was when you apply it, because right now as I'm speaking to you, it's very tacky, and once my eyes open and close, the gloss gets stuck to the lid, and you know, the product does move around a little bit. But it's great to take photos, something that you don't want to wear more than an hour, 2 hours. A lot of black liner. I made sure that I really worked my black liner in my lash line. I didn't use it in my lower waterline because I couldn't tell if she had it in her waterline. I tried to really get as close as I can to recreating the look, and I couldn't tell if she had it on her lower waterline, but I went ahead and skipped it, and I really did a lot of black liner on my lash line on the lower part of my eye, and then I smoked it out. And I noticed that she didn't contour, which I didn't contour as well, and a lot of bronzer, just like a matte bronzer, which is what I did. And I noticed that she had just a little bit of highlight, but she didn't have a lot. I couldn't tell if she had blush. I went ahead and skipped the blush, but I tried to be very close to creating the same look that she did. And these were all, like I said, with products that I already had at home. The lips were very easy because I didn't have to line them. It looks in the picture that she had a very natural lip. No lip liner, very nude lip, and I just topped it off with that same lip gloss, you know, any gloss with shimmer in it, silver tones, and that is how I created the look. Brow was the only thing I was a little bit on the fence about, because when I create a real deep eye, I like my brows to be full but very sparse, almost like see-through, that you can see your skin through them, not really filled in a lot. And in this case, you know, she had a really strong brow. Her brows were really pretty filled in, so I did the exact same look. But I personally would have loved my brow to have been more full but yet more see-through, if that makes any sense. But overall, it's fun. It's a very nice look to wear out on the night, out in the town, out to dinner with some friends, or on a date. And yeah, and that is it, guys. So I hope you guys like this look and you found it easy to follow. Let me know what you guys think down below. Leave me any comments that you would like to share with me. And yeah, stick around if you guys want to watch the tutorial. Okay, let's get started. After I have prepped my skin with my skincare and I have allowed that to dry, I'm gonna go in with a damp beauty blender with my Infallible Total Cover Correcting Palette. I really love this palette, guys. I've been using it a lot lately. And with a damp beauty blender, I'm dipping it in the yellow, because the yellow, you know, color corrects darkness under the eyes. The green color corrects any redness that I have around my nose, and the purple really brightens my dull skin. And I find myself using just less foundation, and also my skin having a better overall look to it after I have done my foundation with this L'Oreal Total Cover palette. Now I'm using this lipstick. It looks like a lipstick from e.l.f., but it's really a lip exfoliator to remove all the dead skin on my lips, and it's in the mint scent. It's really nice. And now I'm removing the dead skin with a washcloth and adding some lip balm to my lips to moisturize my lips, and also spraying the Badescu water mist to prep my skin. Also using my Trish McAvoy Instant Eye Lift Primer to you know, to keep my eyeshadow from lasting and correcting any veins or darkness around my eyes. And then I'm going to set it with a setting powder. Okay, so I grabbed this eyeshadow palette, and I'm only using these two colors right here, this taupey light skin color and this really dark gray, like a very light black. And I am applying that first on my crease. But I am also going to find a really pointy precision brush to map out where I want my eyeshadow. And that's what I'm doing right here. I'm doing this line because I want to map out exactly where I want my eyeshadow. I am going right above my crease. I am not doing this just in my crease, but I'm going a little above my crease, right under my brow bone. I'm just going to blend that so that it's nice and smooth. And that is how I'm starting my base. And now I'm choosing these L'Oreal Photo Ready Eye Art, which I am obsessed with, guys. I'm using the color right now in Steel Spark. I'm using that metallic gray color. And this dries really fast, so I'm just picking up a flat concealer brush to apply it, because I find it that it's a lot easier to apply it with a flat concealer brush. So you want to work with it fast because it does dry. And now I'm using the other one, the more darker one, which is the darkest one. They have Black Brilliance. And you'll see that it didn't work out because it just dried way too fast. It was very hard to work with. So instead, I ended up picking my NARS eye paint in the color Black Valley, because this allows me to work a little bit it's a lot creamier and it doesn't dry as fast, so it allowed me to work better with it. I'm applying it right there on the outer third of my eye in the outer V, and I'm blending it away. And now I'm going back to that Photo Ready Eye Art in the color Steel Spark, and I'm using the shimmer, the gray and silver shimmer, and I'm applying that directly from the product onto my eye. This is amazing, you guys. And I'm also using my NARS lip gloss in Silver Factory, and this is just a lip gloss. You can use any sheer lip gloss that's very tacky. If you have one that has silver shimmer, even better. And I noticed that this worked great to give it that nice wet effect look. And now you'll see me adding more of that silver shimmer to my eye on top of the gloss from the Revlon Photo Ready. You're gonna see me going back between the Steel Spark, which is the more silver tone, and then the Black Brilliance, which has the black with the white shimmer. So you'll see me going back and forth and reapplying, because when you're working with a lot of glosses and the wet look on the eye, it moves around a whole lot. Right now I'm using the white in the Black Brilliance, just popping it right there on my lid just to give it that nice pop. And now I'm going back with that gray shadow to try to kind of smooth out my crease because it was looking a little sharp. But this is a look that honestly, guys, you have to play around with, because you'll find me going back and forth, you know, kind of fixing the gloss around a little more, and you'll see right there how it separates a little. But anyways, now I prepped my skin a little more with the Badescu mist, water mist, because my skin was a little dry. And now I'm using the L'Oreal Pro Glow Infallible Foundation in the number 208 with a damp beauty blender. I'm also making sure that I push the foundation really good into the skin after I have applied it with the beauty blender. I end up going back to push the foundation really good into the skin and make sure it's really nicely blended, which is why I love the beauty blender a lot, because it allows you to have that real skin-like finish at the end. Here I'm doing my brows, and I'm gonna speed this area up a little bit because I wanted you guys to see what I was doing, but at the same time I take a really long time to do my brows, and this would have taken up God knows how many more minutes in this video. It would have been a little too long, so I'm speeding this area up, but I'm also showing you what I'm actually doing with my brows. If you guys are interested in seeing a full brow tutorial, I will link that video down below. My brow really hasn't changed much. I've just been using more powders than anything, and maybe a little bit of the Brow Wiz. But yes, my brow routine has not changed much, and if you guys are interested in seeing that video, it'll be linked down below. Now I'm going right back into that eyeshadow, because you can see how it's separating right there, that you see the skin, and that is what happens when you work with a lot of glossy and wet eyeshadows, or you know, any gloss that you're gonna apply on your eyelid, it does separate. And now I'm using my NARS kohl liner right there in my waterline on my upper eyelid, and I'm also going to trace my lower lash line with my kohl liner from NARS. And I'm gonna also smoke it out a little bit with that gray shadow from my palette. Any gray shadow or any light black shadow you can use to kind of smoke out the liner on the lower lid to make it look a little more smudged. Here I'm going into concealer, and notice how little I'm using. I'm really not using a lot of concealer because I noticed that Pat McGrath did not put a lot of concealer on Kim. She has more of a bronzed skin. So I'm gonna eventually bronze up the skin right here, but I needed concealer. This is Tarte Shape Tape in light medium. I am also applying that in between my brows and on the bridge of my nose. I'm trying out this new e.l.f. Cosmetics High Definition Loose Setting Powder in the color Soft Luminance. Look how adorable the dial on this, where it dispenses the product. It has a dial to keep the product inside the package. I think it's genius. Look at the cap. It says pour here. I'm just a sucker for packaging. I love it. And when you run out, you can always use this to put your favorite setting powder in here if it's loose, because the packaging is just absolutely perfect. I'm also going to bronze my skin with my Cargo bronzer. This Cargo bronzer that you're going to see here in a minute is not so dark, and that's why I like it, because it really deepens my skin just right. It is in the color medium, and I got this in my BoxyCharm subscription. And I am also using my NARS Me brush to bronze my skin with my Cargo bronzer. I'm also making sure that I'm bronzing my face all over, including my cheeks and my nose, because I am giving myself an overall bronze look. I am going to use my Benefit What's Up highlighter, which I love because it's a cream base. It looks very natural, and I also like to apply this with my hand. Just in certain areas. I don't want to be too highlighted, but this worked out just fine because it's cream base. It looks more natural. Now I'm just hydrating my skin a little bit with the Badescu Water Mist. Here I'm using this lip gloss. It's like a lip stain, like a peachy lip stain from Sonia Kashuk. It was a limited edition from one of her knockout collection. But I'm gonna go over it with another lip color because I didn't like the peachy undertone. I'm gonna go over it with Cream de Nude from MAC. And I'm also using that same lip gloss that I used on my eyes, on my lips as well. And now I'm only contouring my nose with my Kat Von D Shade and Lights palette. I am not contouring the rest of my face, just my nose. Now I'm going over it again for some finishing touch-ups with my NARS Eye Paint, the black gel eye paint on the outer V, and I'm also going to go over it a little bit more with the Revlon, the silver tone, the metallic side of the color Steel Spark, just to go over it in the areas where I see my skin peeking through. This is a lot of work. It isn't a very conventional eye look, but it's definitely something that, again, is fun to wear for maybe some pictures or a night out, but definitely not something you can wear for a couple of hours throughout the night. It does really separate a lot. But looking back, I did learn a lot, and I noticed that there was a lot of things that I would have done differently, and that's the fun thing about makeup. You get to learn and you know, learn from your mistakes and learn other ideas that come up along the way. And to finish this look, I'm adding, of course, some mascara. I'm using the Tarte Man Eater mascara, and that is it for this look. That was it, guys. I hope you found the tutorial easy to follow. I always try to make all my videos easy and fun to follow along, and I hope you guys do recreate it. If you do, please share the pictures with me on any of my social media. Give this video a thumbs up, share it, and subscribe for future videos. Thank you guys for watching.